All right, this is gonna be the first BrickLink order in the new studio. And this episode will feature Misty. Unfortunately, it looks like that was the extent of Misty's involvement. And sadder yet, Misty is not my dog. We're babysitting. She's a big sweetheart though. Anyway, this is an international order that I've been waiting on for quite some time. And it was made shortly after I did that Paradisa video. So you're gonna see a lot of Paradisa pieces in here because I very much would like to revisit that as a theme at some point. We'll see how that goes. But as with many international orders, there are goodies spread throughout here. I was just trying to hit as many things as possible on my wanted list. And one of the sets that's dominating my wanted list right now is the heavy duty transport from Lego City. Couldn't exactly tell you the year on that, but it's a set I've wanted for a long time. So there's a few elements I'll need for that set. So if you see something that doesn't look like something I normally get, it's probably for that set. Octagonal tubes, however, that's something I'd normally get. Who doesn't love some good old dark orange? So here are dark orange windows. I think I used them all on the Drakkenberg, so I don't have any extras lying around. So that's what all those are for. I think this is a great piece, great color, of course. And then this is going to be a Paradisa wind sail element. They definitely don't make this one anymore. It's kind of flexible too. It's really interesting. There's a lot of bags in this package. Very, very meticulously packaged. These come in a number of Paradisa sets. These are old, light gray. Not too much more to say about those. I believe this was advertised as, can't remember, a weird green though, and there is something weird about it. I'm not sure if this is quite lime. Let me compare it to something. Sure enough, I wonder if this is medium lime. You can see that it's just a bit lighter than the regular lime, and that is definitely why I would have bought it. Yeah, that's the thing, it's been so long since I ordered these parts, well over a month. Some of these things are gonna be a delightful surprise to me, which is always a great time. Some things are never surprising though, like more medium orange in an order. Can never have too many of these. I'm sure I've stated it before, but primarily I remember these from the Temple of Mount Everest Adventurers Orient Expedition set, which I sold, so now I need more of these. Paradisa. So these are these wonderful printed umbrella pieces. And then, oh yes, I knew this hit my wanted list for a number of reasons. It's that new printed loom piece that I only have one of, so I can eventually swap these out in the Shepherd House in the Desert Village is the goal. So that's really nice to finally have two of these. And then, no surprise here, good old yellow sheep head. Let's just get all the pink Paradisa pink pieces out of the way. Store had quite a few in quite a variety. These are cool. These are pretty rare. I think these only come in a handful of sets, so I need those to complete some. I think it's like the carnival set, pink staircase. Maybe I didn't get as many as I thought. Here's some 1x3 plates. All will be useful, especially just for completing sets, which is what I eventually want to do. I believe this is Earth Orange. Same color as Ron's hair for a few early Harry Potter waves. This is also from an Orient Expedition set. I think it's Tagura's Roar. This is actually part of Tagura. Very, very cool piece. And of course, there's some blue violet mixed in here. Don't really need to take these out of the bags, as you've probably seen them before. Again, the bagging job is pretty intense. Look at all these though. Those are all 1x6 tiles. That's really nice. All right, I think that's all those. Those are gonna be great for when I eventually do Knight's Kingdom mock. Here we go. Paradisa wind sail. So that's why I had that wind sail pole earlier. I'll attach to this. This looks to be in great shape. Love that. There's a number of Paradisa sets that just have white levers on them, so that's what these are for. Not something you see too often anymore. Kind of a useful element. All of my 2004 Harry Potter heads are scratched, or Harry Potter heads, I should clarify. Not all of mine are scratched. So The store had a replacement, which I think will be really nice to make that minifigure display look a little bit cleaner. This is a Paradisa piece, which surprised me. I didn't realize this element was in production when Paradisa came out. We'll have to explore that in a little bit more detail once we tackle that set. Oh, wow. This one, oh, here they both are. These are expensive. Really, really cool piece, though. These curved glass panels. A very, very important Paradisa element. Very cool. It's purple time. 1x2 inverted slopes, 2x2 regular slopes. Love this color, so cool. Still lots of weird stuff here. Check this out. This is a printed roof panel, also from a couple sets, I believe, and one of them is a Paradisa set, though I need 2, so I'm still gonna have to find another. Doesn't look too badly yellow, pretty scratched, but that's not really a big deal to me. This part is pretty old after all, so that's to be expected. These are hilarious. These elements are from a football set. They're foam goalie hands. They're ridiculous. Love when LEGO did weird stuff like this. Will I ever find a use for these? Probably not, but very cool to own nonetheless. These have been on my wanted list for years. I gave away all my Bionicle stuff to a friend of mine a long time ago, and there was a lot of Knights Kingdom things in there, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I have those anymore, so I did have to replace some of these axe blades for the Knights Kingdom action figures and one of the play sets as well. So glad to finally have all these. Another color, again, that tends to dominate my BrickLink orders is medium orange. And this store had a great selection of medium orange. Ta-da! All right, so these are very much from that heavy-duty special transport stickers and all. Cool, gotta love that. Let's see what's in here. Bit of random parts. Love these pieces. These are old Scala elements. Saw some of them earlier in medium orange. Can never have enough of these. These are just really, really cool. They definitely don't make these anymore. They're basically an upscaled version of that classic 4-petal flower piece. Meant, interestingly enough, to be compatible with foam pieces. Not quite these foam pieces, but the Scala foam pieces. You could punch them in there and these would hold them in place. Go figure. Crazy stuff. Blue violet. Paradisa piece that I needed. Light yellow is another great color to look for. That's why I love these European stores with their rare elements. These are all surprisingly Paradisa pieces as well. These are for the heavy duty transport. Ta-da! Oh, yikes. I'm gonna need a refund on that. This was supposed to be the rare Ninjago City old style brown flower stem. That is a huge mix-up. Yikes. Okay. Ouch. This piece is probably worth 3 cents, maybe. The other one is like $5. That is actually awful. I'm wondering if this is going to be a similar story too. This is supposed to be light yellow, but it sure looks like the new... Yeah, those are the same exact piece. So that's going to need a refund too. Ouch. Here you go. These are actually the older cool yellow pillars. Couldn't tell you exactly what these were from, but super cool. Don't see these on a BrickLink store every day. Let's open this one. Cool yellow as well. Very awesome. That's the correct color, thank goodness. Minecraft mob heads. You know the drill. Another one of those 1x1 by 2/3 pieces. Another one of those. The backing is getting a little confusing. And then this piece is crazy. Check this out. So this is really cool. This is a 2x2 tile with a cutout and it's printed. But yeah, I've wanted this piece for quite some time because this was one of the original, weird curved tiles that they did before they became as popular as they are now. Anyway, here's the set that it came in, since I can't remember off the top of my head. Fascinating piece of LEGO history here. And from a similar era, here are these 2x2 tiles in yellow that have been printed with red covering the surface. How cool is that? The colors are difficult to work with, but I have to imagine this would serve some sort of function, you know? As a guy who loves 2x2 tiles, I couldn't pass these up. Well, lo and behold, here's one in white. Same thing. So white and then red on top, that would much more appears to be a pink, perhaps more magenta. I couldn't tell you if that's intentional or not. And then here's some really fun stuff. Of course, we got the killer rabbit down here. These yellow drawers, cabinets are for Paradisa. I think this is another one of those 2x2 tiles. Don't know how it ended up here. These are all chrome silver. Love this element. Check that out. How cool is that? Yeah, really pretty piece. They weren't that expensive either. Wow, these are in great shape. Again, I have many of these that are not in great shape. And just check out the difference in the color. These are the same exact element. Couldn't be more different. Love that. That's fascinating. And then this is a really hard to come by Paradisa print. Plate full of hot dog and noodles? I don't know. Delicious Paradisa meal on that lovely heart plate. There's one more of these that comes with one of the sets, and it's gonna be tricky to get, that's for sure, but glad to have at least one. Then we have one last bag of random goodies here. Oh, sweet. It's a bright green ribbon, something I definitely don't have. That's super, super cool. I've got some of the other ones from some Belleville sets, like red, blue, and yellow, but never a green one. That's sweet. And these are also for Paradisa sets. Just some really cool, classic printed elements. Cool stuff. Well, besides the complete and total miss that was this bush, pretty solid order all around. Super fun elements. Hopefully I'll be able to use some of them to go towards that revisiting Paradisa video at some point. But yeah, to be totally honest, this is like the only BrickLink order that I've made in the past 4 months. So this is gonna be it for now. But hope you enjoyed regardless. Hope you learned about some new and fascinating pieces. And I hope you have yourself a great life. I'll see you later.